Flosstube. Welcome to Creative Whim Studio. This week was amazingly busy. I'm sure it was for everyone. I mean, as we approach Christmas. And for me, it wasn't really shopping. It was just getting together with friends. You know, it's the time of year that you want to touch base with folks that you don't get to see all the time. So did that a couple days this week. Met with some friends for lunch. And then last night, Kevin and I went to meet some friends for dinner. But before we went to meet them for dinner, because we didn't meet till 8 o'clock because this restaurant is super busy, and the later we went, we figured it would be, less busy. Well, it was still an hour wait at 8 o'clock at night for dinner to get a seat. Anywho, it's a place, if you live anywhere near me in Michigan, it's Metamora, Michigan, and it's the White Horse Inn. It's so amazing. They've remodeled it. They shut down a few years back. We've been, since they reopened, we've been a couple times. Their food is exquisite. Their decor and the feel of the place is just gorgeous. It's really, really beautiful. So if you get a chance to go, you gotta go. What You Paintin' Wednesday was awesome. So awesome. It's really fun. So if you don't get to catch Kristen and I live on Wednesday nights, you can always watch the replay. A lot of you I know watch Flosstube while you're stitching, and that way, you've got something to listen to or, be entertained by while you're stitching or whatever you're doing, crafting. Well, it's the same thing with What You Paint Wednesdays. We're just chit-chatting and painting. So if you get a chance, go over to my Facebook. Here's the address, and check it out. You can watch me paint angels. Well, and next week we're not doing it because it's on Christmas, Wednesday falls on, or Christmas falls on Wednesday this year. So it'll be January 1st. We're still going to do it for January 1st, which I'm like, well, that's perfect. Painting on the first day of the year, why not? So January 1st will be our next one. And I think I'm going to paint like an intuitive floral. I've showed you pictures of like some smaller ones, but I'd like to do a bigger one because I think it will be fun for y'all to watch it come to life, because it's a hot mess. I'm just throwing paint, around until I get something I like. So it's a lot of fun. Before we met with friends last night, though, I started to say we went to this tile shop, because we're having our basement, we're redoing our basement, but the bathroom, the tile, and we're having the shower, because right now it's just like a super small shower. Like you go into the bathroom, there's the sink and the toilet and the shower, and then it's just like straight back. Like the shower, to me, when you walk in, the shower should be the whole back of the bathroom. If that makes any sense. Anywho, he's remaking the shower so that it's just one big shower instead of the small little thing in the corner. And oh my gosh, I'm going to insert a picture of the tile we picked out. I'm in love with this tile. I want my whole entire house done in this tile. It is awesome. And then I didn't take a picture of the tile that's going to be in the shower, but the tile in the shower is going to look like, it looks like wood. It looks like chippy wood, and like barn wood with grays and browns, and what you can get in tile nowadays, it just blows me away. So beautiful. So it's got me fired up about not only the basement, but our other two bathrooms upstairs on the main level. They need redone big time, and so as soon as we get the basement done, I'm gonna hire him to do the upstairs bathroom. Okay, so, and we did a little Christmas shopping because we had like a half an hour to kill instead of just going to the restaurant. Actually, we had like 45 minutes. And so we went into Target and I got some cute things for Ellery because she's easy. Her and Easton. Easton's kind of hard right now, actually, because he is so little, like he doesn't really play with anything. So, you know, clothes and things like that for him, but she's at the age where, you know, so playful and what is it called? Not pet a pig. Pete. It's some little pig. The heck's his name? Her name. Peta Pig? I don't remember the name of it, but I don't even know if she watches that cartoon, or I don't even think I've ever seen it, but I've heard of it before. And they have these little cute things, and I said to Kevin, I'm like, oh my gosh, look how cute this is. I said, I don't know if she'll even like it. I don't know if she's ever heard of it. I said, oh, I hope she likes it as much as I do. He's just looking at me. I feel like I'm a little girl all over again when I'm shopping for a little girl. You know? So, announcements. I want to just repeat those dates that I mentioned last week. January 6th, I will be doing a video showing the fully finished new designs that I'm going to release. It looks like it's going to be 3 and 3 punch needle and 3 cross stitch. And then January 13th is the first day I will be shipping to the stores. Okay, so I just wanted to reiterate on those dates. And then on the Punch Needle Primitive Stitchers magazine, the Christmas winter issue, I have a design in there, but I didn't draw the swirls for the sky. Well, I kind of went back and forth with Deb, and what we decided to do is she was worried that people, if anyone could just access that drawing, that people would share it on the internet, and, you know, which is a big issue. You know, I wasn't thinking about that. Originally I had just put the PDF on my website, and I had a link to last week's Flosstube so that you could go do that. And then, you know, she brought up the fact that, well, gosh, you know, then you're vulnerable to people taking your design and using it without permission. So she said, why don't you just have people, if they want that PDF, have them email me. She said, I can make sure they have a subscription. And if you don't have a subscription, then you need proof of purchase of the magazine. So like a little picture of you holding the magazine or something like that. And then she'll forward the information for the PDF. But, I mean, really, it's not that big a deal to just draw the swirls in yourself, okay? But it's available if you need it. So that's that. I will have her email linked below, okay? And look up now. I'll have it right here, too. Oh, my gosh. I just forgot. I have it written down, but I didn't do it. I need to go get my sketchbook because I want to pick out I want to show you guys the sketches that you get to choose from. So hold that thought. I'll be right back. So if you want pumpkin spice, you are going to say pumpkin spice in your comments. Next we have Jolly and Round Santa. He's so cute. Got a little bird. He's holding a little belief sign. And then the third one is, I've heard a lot of people say there's not many Valentine's stitching out there, so I thought this would be a nice one. Love makes the world go around, and it's got hearts and little birds. So that one's called Love. That was, wait, that was 3. Okay, and then number 4 is Donkey. I love that one. I don't see many donkey cross stitch out there either. And then last but not least is Cat Over the Willow. Oops. That is the title for that one, Cat Over the Willow. So those are your 5 choices. So please vote below. And my husband has a gig tonight, and I'm not going. I don't go to all of his gigs, but, you know, we went out last night. There's just too much to do, and I'm tired tonight. You know, I'm a one night going out weekend night girl. I don't even know how to say it, but one night a week going out is plenty for me. I need my sleep. So that is it for announcements. Yes. So questions and answers. Patricia Connors, she said, do you have your punch needle ornaments for sale yet? No, I do not. They will be coming out in January for the January release. So they'll be shipping to stores January 13th. Joe Wick, she just finished Punch Needle For You, which is my sheep. And she said, you mentioned doing more animals in that style, perhaps a goat. Just wondering if any are in the works. No, they're not in the works, but it's not that I'm not going to do them. I have a goat, I have a pig, and a cow that are, you know, like the paintings are done. I just need to chart them and I need to punch them. Sounds so weird. I need to punch the pig, you know. Yeah, so I'm gonna shoot. Oh my God, I'm gonna shoot for Nashville to have at least one more added to that. I'd like to do the pig and the goat for Nashville, but I have a lot of things coming, hopefully coming back from my model stitchers for Nashville, but I don't have hardly any any punch needle done. I have like, I think 2 right now, and I usually come out with like 10. I need to get punching, guys. You know, I did those 2 big ones. They take a lot of time, a lot of thread, and a lot of time. So I need to like chill out on those giant punch needles. Okay, Elijah Igor said she loved my Heaven and Nature sampler. This was from Instagram, and she wanted to know if I was going to do that in punch needle too. Probably not. If I did, it would be like maybe a section of it, but it's huge. There's no way you could get that detail with punch needle unless you did it. Yeah, it's not going to happen, but maybe like pieces out of it, because there's a lot of little motifs in there that would be really cool punch needle. And then I had an email question that I wanted to bring up because it was important. I use, a lot of people ask me what crackle I use on my paintings, and I don't know if you know this, but I have some tutorials that you can purchase and learn how to paint my angels. Well, this lady is taking my angel tutorial, and she cannot get the crackle where she lives. Let's see. Okay, she lives in Canada. I was thinking somewhere else. Okay, she lives in British Columbia, and she cannot get the Jo Sonja Crackle Medium. So what I have done is last week, I think it was like Wednesday or something, I ordered all the different crackles I could find, crackle mediums. I went to my Dick Blick, where I get most of my art supplies. I also went to Amazon. I went to the Michaels website, and I purchased all the crackle mediums I could find, and I'm going to do a test them all and record it, and I'm going to make a really nice video so that people will have choices of where they can buy crackle and what the crackle will do for them. Because if you're not familiar, a lot of crackle you put on, like you put a base coat paint color on, and then you put the crackle medium on, and then you paint another layer of paint over it. The top layer of paint crackles and shows the paint underneath. And that is a process that you would use for doing like furniture, or my friend, she did it on her husband actually did it, but like in their living room or their dining room wall. Looks super cool. But that is not the kind of application that would work for painting like my angels and that kind of thing, because you want to have your painting completely done, and then you want to do the crackle technique over top of that. So that's why I use Jo Sonja. But anyway, I'm gonna stay tuned for that if you're interested in that. And no, I was gonna mention something else, but I'm too far away from it having it completed to actually bring it up now. But stay tuned for something super cool I'm working on. just put it that way. Okay, so works in progress. I will insert pictures of my progress on my rug. I'm doing a little bit at a time. Number one, it's much harder to do than punch needle, as far as you have to have a pretty strong grip on that needle for doing the rugs. And so my hand gets tired, and I have so many other things that I need to be doing that is not my priority. However, if I just work a half an hour on it a day, or an hour on it a few times a week, in no time I'll have it done. But it's not something I can sit and do hours and hours like I can with punch needle. So anyway, it's slow progress, but it's still progress. So my other whip is, excuse me, my angel that I'm working on Which Paint Wednesdays. Sometimes I get tripped up saying that. So she has changed completely compared to what you saw last week. Did she not? I trimmed her face. It's really shiny right now because I have the crackle medium on it. When I'm done, it will have a matte finish. But her face, I trimmed about a good ½ inch off this part of her face, and so now it comes down a little bit more of a natural look. The way I left it last week, I thought she looked kind of cartoonish. Then I did a lot more shadowing on her face, and I fixed her nose and all that kind of thing. Her hair was blonde. Now her hair is brown. There was another piece of the halo that came up here. It was probably another 1.5 inches out. I got rid of that because I thought the halo was too big and overpowering her head. The wings, if you remember, they went like this before, and they had like a diamond pattern in them. I didn't like all this blank space up here, so I changed the wings completely. The only thing that did not get changed this past week was that red dress. And I thought about changing the color, and as I was talking about it, for What You're Painting Wednesdays, everyone's commenting and going, no, leave the red dress. I love the red dress. You gotta leave the red dress. So I'm leaving the red dress. And I went ahead and put crackle on it, even though I'm not finished with it. And the reason is this. You can get some really cool effects. Let me see if I can show you. So there's crackles. Let me see. Let me find a good spot to show you. See, I don't know if you can really see it though. Can you see the crackles? Oh, you can see it really good right there. Okay, so like when I go to paint over this, if I just do some dry brushing over top of it, it makes those crackles show even more. And then when I am done with the complete painting, I plan on crackling it again with bigger crackles. So with that Josonia, if you put it on thin, you get a bunch of tiny little cracks. If you put it on thick, you get fewer cracks, but they're bigger. Like, if that makes sense. It's not a bunch of little tiny ones. They're just bigger. So anyway, that's what I plan on doing. Okay. That's my whips. Previous finishes. I got previous finishes because I'm so sad of not showing you guys stuff, finished. So I dug through and got some things out, and I made it into a pillow. And now when you see this, you'll know why I would rather pay Vanna to do my finishing if I want it into anything other than being framed, because I'm not a good finisher, a sewer or whatever. A is for Angel. A is for other things too. But in this case, A is for Angel. Isn't it cute? This is not a big selling pattern for me. I don't know why. I think she's flipping adorable. And I really wish, now that I know about Lady Dot Creates and Dames of the Needle and their cool pom-pom finishing and all that trim, I wish I could put that on this, but it's already sewn, so it's too late. But I think she's so stinking cute. So there's that. Here's another oldie. This is 038. This is punch needle 038, but it's also done in cross stitch. Same number, 038. And it's called, what the heck's it called? Oh, Starry Santa, because there's stars in the background. So this was back in the day when I used to frame them under glass, which I do not like. More than likely, I will eventually be taking him out of this glass and finishing him in a better way. Because especially with punch needle, when it's under glass, it smashes the loops down. So I'm not digging it, but I dig that punch needle. I think he's so cute. This one here is Joy, and I'm pretty sure I showed this one before. It's 081 Joy. It's also available in cross stitch, but I love that grungy horn book it's on. He's got a cute little sheepy. So cute. Okay, and then we have 140 Sam Snowman, I believe is his name. And I love the stars in the background, but I love him. And he's in a an little iron skillet. And I have been looking for square iron skillets, small ones like this, ever since I did this, and it's been years and I still haven't found any more like this. I love this thing. That's it for previous finishes. 3 punch needle and a cross stitch. That sounds like a children's nursery rhyme. 3 punch needle and a cross stitch. When I was talking about my life, I didn't even mention my baby's coming over on Thursday. What in the heck is wrong with me? It's because I wasn't looking at my notes. But yeah, the babies, Easton and Ellery are over on Thursday, and I'm just so in love with those little babies. Yeah, so I was a bad grandma, and I didn't order her a sheep shirt in time to get it for Christmas. I'm so mad at myself. I just kept putting it off. But she, again, she wants to hear Ba Ba Black Sheep, and y'all, she is starting to sing it. She'll do this. She'll go, Ba Ba Me, like that. You know, like she's not saying all the words, but she's saying it. Oh, she was doing that all day, and it was so cute. What was the other one? Farmer in the Dell. I had Alexa play Farmer in the Dell, and she liked it, but as soon as it was over, she's like, Ba Ba. Like, I don't want that one. I want Ba Ba Black Sheep. Okay, finishes. I don't have any finishes, but I have a fully finished, an FFO. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a lot of my past punch needle and cross stitch that was not like fully finished that I would take to market, but I'm doing my Nashville show differently. I'm not bringing everything but the kitchen sink. I'm bringing everything and the kitchen sink. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. I think I mentioned this before. I'm bringing like my top sellers and then the new stuff because I'm running out of room. I would love to know exactly how many designs I have in cross stitch and punch needle. Punch needle way more than cross stitch because I've been doing it a lot longer. But anyways, a lot of them I didn't fully finish because I didn't have time, or I just don't have room in my booth to have these, you know, big monstrosities when the thing is like that. So now though that I'm not going to be taking everything, I really like them fully finished. I just think they're so much cuter. So I grabbed, this one is Christmas Dance PN 176, and I put him on a little horn book that I painted with that caramel colors, which y'all, I have not forgot that I was going to do a tutorial here on this on my Flosstube for y'all for the caramel colors. It's like a 5-step process to get that super cool wood look. See the texture in the wood? I don't know. Anyways, I don't know if you can see that very well. And then I just put a homespun bow, tied that on there, and then I used Lady Dot Creates. I forget what color that is. Little pom-poms around it. And just hot glued it all together. And I think it's so cute. I love this pattern. This pattern is not done in cross stitch yet. Why not, Teresa? Why not? What is my problem? That would be really cute in cross stitch. If I didn't need to sleep, y'all, I'd have everything done. Okay, haul. I don't really have a lot of haul. Oh, I do have a couple other things I want to show you. Some paintings that I fully finished. The painting itself was done, I don't even know, I want to say 2 years ago, but I never painted like, I never finished them like by painting the sides red. So I just happened to stumble upon these today in my studio, and I was looking at them and I thought, you know, sometimes I'm just like ahead of the times. Excuse me, because I painted these a couple years ago with that, you know, more turquoisey light blue, the more minty green, the lighter red, and that's all the rage now. Yeah, I was a little bit premature on that, but so I just thought I would show you these. These were painted over top of scrapbook paper, which is how I paint some of my angels too, but I hadn't painted anything other than my angels that way, so I thought, well, why not try it with these cute little snowmen? So they're kind of like a little modern day looking snowman. Like right here, I love this. You can see the scrapbook paper peeking through there. There's some scrapbook paper here that had snowflakes on it, and I crackled it. As you can see, there's, you know, some crackles on there, but look at how cute he is. And the color palette is exactly what's in now for Christmas. And then the companion piece to it is this guy. I thought there were 3, but I only found the 2. But I like the trees. I like the color of them, and I like the simplicity of them. I like the scrapbook paper showing through that's got little polka dots on it. So there you go, y'all. Some fun little snowman paintings. All right, so for haul, I have the pencil pouches from mycreativewhims.com. Remember I said that they would be in, they come in from Canada, so they take a little bit longer than other things, but I'm just gonna show you the front and the back are the same. So they got this cute little thing to hook it to your belt loop or something, and they're just plain white inside, but I put essential oils in mine. You could put your sewing stuff in there, your needle and needle minder and whatever. You can even put your floss in that, you know, for your whatever particular project you're working on. Here's a cute little Santa one. I love the color of that. The color's just so vivid. And then cute little snowman. Look at that bright red. Man, that's coming in good. So that was my haul. All right, we're gonna move right into the giveaway. So last week was the question was, do you do any holiday baking? If so, what do you make? And the winner gets the pattern of their choice from my Etsy shop. So I'm gonna insert the YouTube random comment picker here. So let's see who wins. And this person will win a pattern of their choice from my Etsy shop. The winner is Christina Clark, and she said yes to baking. It's mostly candy making though. I spent 14 hours straight in the kitchen yesterday. Good Lord, girl. Christina, congratulations, and congratulations on getting all of your baking done. 14 hours, wow, that's a lot. So I hope your family appreciates that. Thank you everyone for participating. Congratulations, Christina. If you could please email me your mailing address to this email address. Did I say mailing address or email address? Please send me your mailing address to my email address right here, and I will get whatever pattern is you want in the mail this coming week. And so for this week, the giveaway is one of these pencil pouches. So whoever wins, you either say snowman, Santa, or flowers. Okay? So that is the prize. You get to pick one of those 3. And your question is, dang, I did it again. I didn't write down my question. Why is that such a thing? Got one. What are you most looking forward to in 2020? And I really, really hope I haven't asked that question before. I don't think I have. I better write this down. What are you most looking forward to in 2020? What I am most looking forward to in 2020 is this thing I'm working on. Okay, there's several things that I'm excited about for 2020. In 2020, it will be 15 years that I have been designing and doing punch needle. And in honor of that milestone, I am doing something super cool for Nashville. And it's not just for punch needle. There will be one for punch needle and one for cross stitch. And it's something I've never done. And I just hope to God I get them done in time. But it's something super special in celebration of 15 years. The other thing I'm super excited about is samplers. I'm so beyond excited about the samplers I've designed. So I designed 4 samplers for Sampler September that Teresa Vanette had everyone like hashtag Sampler September, and people were stitching samplers. Well, I don't stitch, so I designed 4 samplers. And Heaven and Nature, I've been showing you Jerry's progress as she's been working on it. She has it done. She sent me the picture of it today, and I seriously wanted to cry. And I'm probably going to cry when I actually see it. Because it's just so, I mean, the pictures I know aren't doing it justice, just because that's how, you know, it just goes. That's just how it goes. And I'm looking at little snapshots. I'm not looking at the whole thing. Anyways, she did an amazing job stitching it. I cannot wait to hold it in my hands. I cannot wait to get it professionally framed. I need to know where to send it to get framed. If anyone has really good places or ideas, I may end up sending it. Never mind. I know where I'm going to send it. I'm going to send it to Findlay, Ohio, to Craft Gallery. Paula and Carlton will take care of me. They will frame it for me. I might even drive it down there so I can pick out the frame myself. And so yeah. So the other 3 samplers, I haven't heard from the stitchers to know, you know, how their progress is coming along, but I'm not worried about it. I would love to release all 4 of them in Nashville. If I don't, that's okay. That's okay. I have 4 releases a year. It'll, you know, when they come in, the next release, they'll be in that. So I don't put I don't put pressure on my stitchers. I want them to enjoy it. And Jerry loved stitching Heaven and Nature so much. She said, I'm so sad to be done with it. What am I going to do now? She enjoyed the bananas out of that, and which made me feel good, because that means I want my stuff to be fun to stitch. You know, I want y'all to enjoy it. So she just kept saying the nicest things, and I'm just so grateful for her keeping me in the loop as she was working on it and sharing her thoughts with me. So super cool. So my last thing that I'm super excited about for 2020 is this. It's more than likely, we're like 95% sure that Kevin will be retiring in 2020 to help me with the business. Not only that, because when that happens, that will free me up to do way more creative things, because I spent like 3 hours Tuesday night stuffing patterns. I'm the one that like makes sure there's stuff in that the inventory's kept up. If things are getting low, I do all the printing. He does the, you know, the cutting of the patterns, the covers, but you know, the folding and the collating and then the stuffing, and anyways, I do that too. We both do that. But when he and I do all the shipping of the orders, filling the orders, and, you know, processing them, it's an ordeal. You know, it's not like I snap my fingers and they go out the door. It's an ordeal. It's a process, and it's time consuming. So when he retires and he can be here full time working on the pattern business, that will free me up to do more of the creative part. So I'll get to paint more. I'll get to design more. I'll get to just all kinds of fun things. And I'm working on some really cool art tutorial type ideas and things. So 2019 was amazing. 2020 is gonna blow it out of the park, y'all. I'm super excited. Plus in 2020, I'm going to StitchCon, and I'm going to the Midwest Cross Stitchers Retreat, and there's another one that I'm really hoping to go to. So anyways, it'll be a year of like meeting face to face with a lot of Flosstubers and a lot of fans, you know, people that have become my virtual friends, you know, through this beautiful platform. So I'm just excited about 2020. I'm over the moon excited. Okay, so that's it. So your question is, what are you most excited about for 2020? And the key word is 2020. So make sure you put somewhere in your comment, if you want to be entered in the drawing, make sure you put 2020. So when I do the random comment picker, you'll be included, okay? So last but not least, we have the Chinese fortune teller, Nan Russell. She chose Crimson 2-4. So let's do Crimson 2. Oh, I love that. I love the word crimson, and I love that color for floss. Okay. CRIMSON. 1, 2, and then number 4. Tell a funny personal story. All right. Works for me. Let me see. When I think of something, I write it down, so I have to look. I hope I didn't already tell this one, but this is going back to me being a super weird, quirky little child. All right, so my mom is deathly afraid of tornadoes. And when we were kids, she would make us kids go in the basement. Our next door neighbors, they didn't have a basement, so they would send their son over, and we would go in the basement and play. I mean, we're kids, we're not scared. And his parents wouldn't come over unless it got like really, really bad. So my mom, though, she wouldn't come in the basement. She would stay upstairs and looking out every window, and I mean, she's just deathly afraid of them. Well, as I got a little bit older, I kind of got really scared of them. And there was one particular summer we had tornado warning after tornado warning. And I don't know if there's cycles to that whole thing or what, but when I was a kid, we had tornado warnings a lot. And we don't have them that much now. I don't think we had even a tornado watch this past summer. Maybe a watch, but I don't think we had a tornado warning. It was super mild. Anyways, which I prefer that. But my mom also, she used to sell, not Amway, Avon, okay? And so I had like all these pretties, all the little collectible perfume bottles that were like girls in these fancy dresses. And, you know, I had all these shelves with all these pretty things on them. And I was so afraid. I was so afraid a tornado was going to hit our house that I just got tired of worrying about it. So I packed up all of the stuff that was breakable in my bedroom, and I packed them up in boxes, and I put them in the basement. So if our house got hit by a tornado, all my pretties would be safe. I know, my mom's like, what are you doing? What, you know, she comes in my room, she'll go, where's all your stuff? What happened? And I told her, and she's like, are you serious? And I'm like, oh my God. I'm trying to think how old I was. I was probably like 10, 11, 9, 10, somewhere around there. I don't know. But anyway, that's my funny story for y'all. Don't make your kids paranoid over tornadoes, okay? Now, if we have a tornado warning, I just go in the basement. Well, we had Ellery one year, 2 years ago, it was 2 years ago. Eric, I didn't even know there was a tornado warning, and Eric come over early, and he's like, did you not know there's a tornado warning? I'm like, really? We went down the basement and hung out down there, and I don't know, I don't let it get me. Like, if I was out somewhere, I would be paranoid, but if I'm home, if I'm in the basement, I'm cool. I just look out every once in a while. But anyways, I wish you guys a very, very Merry Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, then whatever it is you celebrate, I hope that you are enjoying yourself. I hope that it's peaceful. I hope that y'all have your shopping done. And I just wish you the best. And I pray for good weather for everyone, so that, you know, I know a lot of people are traveling, you got to drive or fly or whatever, and I just hope everyone gets to their destination safely and enjoy the heck out of your family and friends this holiday season. And then, so next week, so I'll have another one next week before New Year's. So I'm excited to read, you know, what y'all got going on for 2020. So thanks again for watching. Please click the subscribe and click the little bell so you know when I have a new video, and please like and share if you could. I'd appreciate it. All right, Merry Christmas. Thank you. Bye.